Have you ever been walking through an empty parking lot late at night and felt that prickly sensation on the back of your neck? That feeling that you're not entirely alone? Our story tonight begins in a place just like that, a sprawling, dimly lit parking lot of a suburban mall long after the last stores have closed. The kind of place where every distant sound seems amplified, where shadows play tricks on your eyes. Most shoppers had already gone home, their headlights tracing paths out onto the main road, but a few stragglers remained. Among them was a young couple, Liam and Chloe, who had just finished a late movie. They were laughing, replaying their favorite scenes, the sound echoing slightly in the vast, empty space. Their car was parked in a far corner, under a flickering sodium lamp that cast long, dancing shadows. As they walked, hand in hand, another sound joined the rhythm of their own footsteps. A soft, scraping shuffle. It seemed to be coming from just behind them. Liam paused, pulling Chloe to a stop. They both turned, expecting to see a security guard on patrol or another shopper. But there was nothing. Just rows of silent, empty cars under the pale orange glow. Liam shrugged. "Probably just the wind," he said, trying to sound confident. But the air was still, heavy with the cool night. They started walking again, a little faster this time, and there it was again. Scrape, shuffle, scrape, shuffle. Closer now. It was unmistakable. It sounded like someone dragging their feet, deliberately trying to keep pace with them. Once more, they spun around, and once more they saw nothing. The rows of cars were still. The silence was absolute. Now, a genuine unease began to settle over them. The laughter was gone, replaced by a tense quiet. They quickened their pace, their own footsteps now sounding loud and panicked in the stillness. They didn't dare look back again. They just focused on their car, which was now only about 50 feet away. Then something happened that turned their unease into pure, cold fear. As they got closer, they heard a distinct click thump. It was the sound of their car's central locking system. The doors had just unlocked. By themselves. They stared at their car, then at each other, eyes wide. Liam fumbled for his keys, his hand shaking. The key fob was still deep in his pocket. He hadn't touched it. Who, or what, was following them? And how did it unlock their car? This wasn't just a prank. This felt wrong. They broke into a run, covering the last few feet in seconds. They yanked open the doors, scrambled inside, and slammed them shut. Liam jammed the key into the ignition, his hands trembling so much it took 2 tries. The engine roared to life, shattering the oppressive silence. He hit the lock button on his door over and over, the thump, thump, thump. A frantic prayer against whatever was outside. He threw the car into reverse, tires squealing as he backed out of the space without even looking. He just needed to get away. As the headlights swung around, they swept across the parking lot, illuminating the spot where they had just been standing. For a split second, bathed in the bright white light, they both saw it. A figure. It was tall and unnaturally thin, standing perfectly still between 2 parked cars. It wasn't wearing any discernible clothing, its form just a stark, dark shape against the concrete, and as the light passed over it, it didn't seem to move or even react. It just stood there, watching. Liam floored the accelerator and the car shot forward, leaving the mall parking lot and the strange figure behind. They didn't speak for the entire drive home. What had they seen? Was it a person? A trick of the light? But how could a trick of the light unlock their car? They had no answers. This incident wasn't isolated. Over the next few weeks, similar reports started trickling into local forums and social media groups. People from the same town, often shopping at the same mall, described the same chilling experience. The sound of phantom footsteps, the feeling of being watched, and the inexplicable, unnerving unlocking of their car doors as they approached. One woman, Sarah, a nurse finishing a late shift, shared her story online. She was walking to her minivan, exhausted, when she heard the footsteps. Like Liam and Chloe, she turned to find no one there. But the sound was persistent, a slow, heavy tread that seemed to mimic her own pace. Her heart hammered in her chest. She clutched her keys so tightly her knuckles turned white. As she neared her van, she heard that same electronic click-thump. Her doors unlocked. She froze, her mind racing. Was someone hiding, waiting for her to get in? Instead of getting into the car, she backed away slowly, never taking her eyes off the vehicle. She pulled out her phone and pretended to be talking to someone, her voice loud and firm. "Yeah, I'm almost there. I see you waiting by the entrance." She kept backing up until she was under the brighter lights of the mall entrance where a security guard was just finishing his rounds. She explained what happened, her voice shaking. The guard, a kind, older man, walked her back to her van. They checked the inside, the back seat, under the car. Nothing. No one was there. But Sarah knew what she had heard, and she knew she hadn't unlocked her car. When she got home, she checked her car's key fob. The battery was almost dead. It barely had the power to lock the doors from a few feet away, let alone unlock them from the other side of the parking lot. The mystery only deepened. What could explain this phenomenon? Skeptics immediately pointed to radio frequency interference. Modern key fobs operate on specific radio frequencies. It's theoretically possible, they argued, that a powerful rogue signal could be broadcast in the area, randomly triggering the unlock function on certain cars. Perhaps a faulty ham radio antenna, a piece of industrial equipment, or even a military experiment. This could also explain the footsteps. People, already on edge in a dark parking lot, could be misinterpreting ambient sounds, their minds playing tricks on them. It's a rational explanation, a comforting one even. But it doesn't quite fit all the pieces. Why did the unlocking happen only when the car's owner was approaching? Why did it seem so timed? And why did it always coincide with that unnerving feeling of being followed by something unseen? Then there's the more unsettling theory, the one the locals whisper about in hushed tones. They talk about something ancient, something that dwells in the spaces we build over. Before the mall was built, the land was just open fields and a patch of old woods. Some say a presence lives there, a greeter of sorts. Not malicious, necessarily, but curious. It watches people come and go, day after day. It learns our patterns, our technology. According to this legend, the entity is drawn to the electronic signals we carry. It can mimic sounds, like footsteps, to get our attention. And perhaps it has learned to replicate the radio frequency of our key fobs. It's not trying to harm anyone. It's just interacting in the only way it knows how. Unlocking the door isn't a threat. It's a greeting. A bizarre, terrifying welcome home. Think about it. What's the first thing you do when you get to your car? You unlock it. The entity is simply anticipating your action. It's a ghost in the machine, a digital echo in an analog world. Of course, there's no proof. The stories remain just that, stories. But for those who have walked through that parking lot, who have heard those phantom footsteps and the sudden, impossible click of their own car door unlocking, the line between technology and the supernatural becomes blurry. Was it a simple radio glitch? Or was it something else reaching out from the shadows, trying to say hello? The next time you're walking to your car in the quiet of the night, and you hear a sound you can't place, just listen. And if you hear that telltale click, you have to ask yourself, who or what is welcoming you back? Thanks for watching. If you have a story about a strange encounter you can't explain, share it in the comments below. We'd love to hear it. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more dives into the unknown. Stay safe out there and always check the back seat.